welcome to a new video. We're back with the tier list format. We got June, Arthur, and Mason here today.
Hello.
Hi.
And today, we will be ranking, or beginning to rank, every arc in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I have not added any of the arcs part 7 onwards yet, because it's very boring and formulaic to make all of these slides, to make all of these images. It takes a long time and it's very dull. So I just sort of stopped at a certain point and just went, yep, that'll do for now. We're not going to be getting all the way through parts 1 to 6 in one video. And we're not. Today we will just be doing the arcs of part 1 and part 2. As always, we have our tier list format. Of course, we have the tiers S through E tier, S being the best, E being the worst, of course, and the best arc and the worst arc are going to be shunted into peak tier for the absolute best and Dumb Stinky Doo-Doo Fart for the absolute worst. If we don't think any of them are bad, we'll just leave Dumb Stinky Doo-Doo Fart open. And fuck it, if we all decide that they're all shit and awful and we hate them, peak will be left open and empty, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is famously hated, actually. That's the opinion people have.
Famously, it is the worst series known to man.
Literally 0 people on planet Earth like it. So let me just get into it now. So, to start with, of course, the one I just showed and jokingly threw into E tier for a moment, we have Part 1, Arc 1, Dio Brando, the Invader.
That's a good picture.
It's a good picture. I have, they are cropped and or squashed to fit in a square format, so... So you can see...
I mean, out of all of the...
You can see artist interpretation part 5 Jonathan.
Out of all the things you could have taken from that, I think that is probably the best picture.
Yeah.
I mean, where do we start with Dio the Invader?
Well, I think we start with the place they didn't start in the anime. The cutscene of the Aztec sacrifice.
That is true.
Like,
yes.
Here's the thing about that. It's cool, but it does consequently make the reveal of the vampire, the stone masquerading vampires, which happens when Dio goes to London, a lot more surprising.
Yeah, it's interesting, like, the stuff they take out of the anime, I assume for pacing purposes. But
to be clear, let's also just say what our perspectives from JoJo's are. What have we experienced? For me, just the English dub of the anime, to be clear.
I've experienced the manga in the JoJonium localization, and the anime sub, and just bits and pieces of the dub, just in random videos.
That's fair.
I've read the manga, and I know parts of the Japanese dub of the anime, purely through the amount of clips that people spam online.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I know the voice acting and stuff, but...
I've watched both the sub and the dub and read all the manga.
That's fair enough. But yes, back to Dio Brando the Invader.
I mean, it's a very good establishment of Dio as a character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Does a real good job of establishing who this absolute twat is.
Honestly, I feel like Dio's characterization is stronger than Jonathan's. And that does work to his advantage, considering that he obviously outlives him.
Yeah.
Jonathan,
because
something
Dio
I noticed between
the... Sorry.
Oh no, you go first.
Because Dio is such a central... Like, Dio haunts the narrative of the first 6 parts of JoJo, whether he's there or not. And so you've got to have a strong start for him. And I think in terms of building someone you absolutely love to hate, I think it's a really strong start.
Yeah. Something I noticed between the manga and the anime is that Jonathan's a bit more pitiful in the manga. Like, there's more scenes of him, like, blubbering, basically.
Getting his shit rocked
which,
by life.
not very gentlemanly. And also Dio just randomly has fireworks in his pockets in the manga.
Yeah.
He does.
Think about that. That's the thing.
Think about that. Me when I'm carrying
Also,
around.
George Joestar, kind of an asshole for hanging up a stone mask instead of a picture of his dead wife. He literally says that he got rid of a picture of his wife to hang up the stone mask.
Buddy, you
He knew what was going on.
You live in a mansion. You could have found wall space for both of those things.
But the
It's not Animal Crossing, you've only got so many wall slots.
Yeah, I don't know. I only have
got so much
many
space.
picture slots, and I have
It's a
decided
giant
that
mansion.
the picture of my dead wife does not matter more than the.
It didn't make the cut. It was just the bottom tier, right? Yeah. You rank. And it was like, alright.
Yeah, this one's only the stone mask is like +5 prestige. The picture of my wife is +1. Fuck that.
Oh, fuck, I'm not gonna get enough fucking Club Penguin points.
Also, one
people are
more
knocking on
tip
my
to the
door.
anime, or rather to the manga. Danny's death in the manga is much more brutal.
Oh yeah, like it's not just the dog is in the fucking furnace. He bursts out on fire
With his jaw wide shut.
Let me just get an image so you can put this up, Alex.
Yeah. It's brutal.
Yeah.
But it is sort of a good like build up throughout the entire. I mean, this is the entire first episode of the anime. It's just like Dio just continually dunking on Jonathan over and over until he just reaches his breaking point. And the thing that makes him reach his breaking point when Dio sexually assaults Arena, which that does fit with Jonathan's gentlemanly aspiration, and it's like Jonathan's fine with himself being tormented by Dio, but as soon as Dio starts like tormenting others, that's when it crosses the line.
Yeah, dragging others into it to try and get to Jonathan.
And the fight between them at the end is great.
As far as I would say, I would rate this C. It's fine. It was good.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a B.
It's fine.
I would put it in B.
Yeah,
I'd tend towards B as well.
It's middle, but I'd say it's a very good establishment.
If you're thinking about openings, I'd say it's a bit stronger than just middle of the road, because at least for me, it leaves a solid impression of at least some of the main players, specifically.
Like our two characters, like our protagonist and antagonist. It establishes Dio pretty much perfectly, and it establishes Jonathan pretty much perfectly. There's just, let's be honest,
Jonathan's a less
not a
interesting
whole
character.
lot to establish.
There's not a whole lot to establish, but they do establish a bit more about him in the next arc.
Yeah, and I do like how it ends with the.
It feels more like Dio's arc than Jonathan's.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The blood splatter hitting the mask at the end is a good way to sort of introduce the more sort of fantasy aspects of the story.
Yeah,
the
supernatural shenanigans.
Supernatural, yeah.
But yeah, solid B tier for Dio Brando the Invader. Next, we have Part 1, Arc 2, A Letter from the Past. What do we think about Letter from the Past?
Dio head smear in the manga. There's just a random panel where Dio's head is just completely smeared for some reason.
Caught him on a smear frame for that panel.
Is this so? I'm trying to remember what this includes. Is the next one Youth with Dio?
No. The next one is the Stone Mask.
Right. Okay. Then there's not really much to this one. This one is just kind of like the establishment of there's been a 7-year time skip. And despite the fact that Jonathan and Dio like appear friendly on the outside, they still have that rivalry, and it's just kind of the setup of like, oh, Dio is poisoning George so that he can get the inheritance.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's real fine. It's like I would put it in D because I didn't know this was a separate arc.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna.
I didn't know
yeah.
this was going to be separate from
I
what
only
came
knew
next.
it was a
I didn't know
separate
this was a
arc
point
because
2.
I saw it on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I'd be like, okay.
Yeah,
D-tier,
I mean, in terms
very
of
low.
D4 didn't know that was
it's
going to be
not-
its own thing.
If it's
D4
considered
didn't
its own
happen
arc,
much.
I'd say it's kind of a weak arc, purely on the fact of it's just establishing a time skip.
Like pretty
Yeah.
much, I'm pretty sure that
And like the
conclusion
direction of where
it
the story's
is,
going
like,
next.
I think the conclusion is probably like Jonathan fucking off to London.
Yeah, to have it analysed, yeah.
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 I don't know where the
See-
strict start and end point of this.
I think that is
arc
where
are.
it ends.
And that I think is part of its weakness of like it's so wildly indistinct that I'm just like
It's the liminal
What is-
space of arcs. It served a function.
the back rooms, crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
It served a function.
I think a lot of like early Phantom Blood, it's kind of hard to define what is and isn't an arc up until the big shift in the story when Dio turns.
Yeah, which we will get to.
And then it becomes a lot more of a
guys!
Spoiler alert
Spoilers!
for JoJo's Bizarre
What a spoiler
Adventure.
warning ahead of
People-
this.
this
Spoiler
was
alert
supposed to be
for
a
a manga
spoiler-free
that released back
video
in the-
soon.
Oh, we weren't meant to mention that happened!
I'm sorry. If someone in this
They got
day and age
vampires
doesn't
in
know that
JoJo's?
Dio
What?
Dio
Hey,
I didn't know
said
that.
vampires
He's a
yet,
vampire.
Arthur. No one said vampire for Dio yet, Arthur. Damn. Now
he
you're
turns.
spoiling shit.
There's only one
Damn.
thing you can turn into.
I
No,
thought he
he's
just
actually
turned
turned
left off the
into
motorway.
an Omega.
We're gonna move on to
Rose
the.
of Powerbomb.
We're gonna move on to our part 1 arc.
I mean,
3,
yeah,
the
people
Stone
consider
Mask.
that. Okay,
The Stone Mask.
I'm
the,
not
the
saying
debut
anyone's
of
wrong.
Big Jonathan.
Big
That's
John.
good.
Big
Uh,
Jonathan.
Yeah,
It has
it's got Speedwagon. He's pretty cool. It's got
Yeah,
like
Speedwagon. Speedwagon.
It's
is
got
fun.
like
Speedwagon
it's got like the
automatically-
Speedwagon in it as well. You got
Wacky
Speedwagon,
extendo leg.
Speedwagon. You know, you've got him throwing his bowler hat as this.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
it really has some events in it, and you know what?
Yeah.
It's also in
Yeah,
the dub.
it does
It's
happen.
wildly entertaining. Just the voices. I'd be
Hello,
so willing as to put
Governor.
this in
I'm
B.
gonna kill
I'll make
you
you
now.
right finally with a tip of
Kind
the
of
axe.
shit.
Yeah, I'd say B. If you guys say A, I'd go up to A, but I wouldn't go above A.
Yeah.
I don't know about A. Speedwagon
I
is
think
fantastic,
B
but I don't know
is-
about
I
A.
think
I
B,
think top
but like,
of B tier. If I'm being
Yeah,
like
definitely put it above.
objective, I'd say
It's
top
like
of
a
B
high.
tier.
It's a high B.
I do-
It's higher than Dio Brando.
Look, the
very well
only
so.
time
It's-
I'm gonna like be
not
really
a
biased is when Speedwagon gets his real hat.
Yeah.
That is fair.
I do also like how Speedwagon just follows Jonathan home.
Yeah, he just sort of went.
Yeah, bro
I've
just
got
went,
nothing else to do.
I like this gentleman man right here.
I like the cut of his jib.
What it's like being unemployed.
Basically, what we're saying is the
Unemployed in the late 1800s.
fully, both all of JoJo's parts 1 and 2 for Speedwagon was just one long, overextended side quest for him. And honestly,
They made crazy bank though, so.
what a way to live. Part 1, Arc 4, Youth with Dio.
Now, I've got to be honest with you guys. I think this fight is one of the most underrated fights in all of JoJo because it is the only fight that I can think of. There might be some from Part 7, but it's the only fight that I can think of between a character who doesn't have a power and another character who does have a power. and the one who doesn't have a power doesn't get one halfway through the fight. Like, if you think about in Part 4, the Koichi's fights where Echoes evolves, or in the Spice Girl arc in Part 5 where Trish unlocks a stand, Jonathan doesn't get, like, come on during this fight. He has to fight off Dio with nothing but his wit and his knowledge of the house that he's grown up in, and
he almost
like
fucking
a
wins.
spear.
In fact, he
And he
wins
fucking
the
does it.
fight. He
Yeah,
wins
but
the
what-
fight. Dio just survives.
Yes.
Yeah.
My
I
question for you is,
love-
conceptually, that's excellent. The execution of this is that it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a fantastic fight. I just love it for the fact that
I would
there's
say
no other
great
fight in JoJo
concept,
like it.
All right execution does give it extra points.
I think.
Yeah.
Of,
I like the scene where they're burning in the chimney. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Goodbye
I-
JoJo.
Kind of Dante's Inferno-esque.
I like that Araki waits before introducing Hamon, and,
Yes.
and just shows how stacked the odds are against Jonathan, and even then, he prevails over Dio because Dio is, as he always is, cocky.
And Jonathan has
And
just enough slim advantages that he can push through that sheer power.
Yeah.
Yeah, when
Exactly.
even Speedwagon is afraid, and that's how you know that Jonathan had a handle on the situation.
Speedwagon is afraid as a.
He was even.
I also-
even he
there's
was
also
afraid.
one,
That was crazy.
There's also
Remember that
one.
guy who just met?
Yeah. There's also one chapter art of like the stone mask looming over the mansion, and I really like that.
Yeah, very cool.
That's fair enough. So where are we thinking we rank this one?
Let's see. It's like it's good.
I'm thinking B or C, yeah. Another B or C sort of a situation.
I'd say B, but you can put it at the bottom of B.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
fair
I
enough.
like this fight.
Yeah, it's like it's good.
Yeah. That's fair enough. So, next we have Part 1, Arc 5, Jack the Ripper and Zeppeli the Strange.
Good
This is
establishment
one of
both
the arcs
characters.
ever.
Yeah. Zeppeli is fun.
Yeah. I honestly, outside of like the introduction of Hamon, I don't really remember too much.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's important, but I
Like,
don't really have
He
any
jumps out of a
strong
horse,
feelings.
right?
Yeah, he does jump out of
Dude
a horse.
jumps, yeah, dude just does jump out of a horse.
The,
That's,
the thing that gets me about
That's
this
neat.
arc is that Zeppeli is like, no, stand back, Jonathan. I shall handle this fight. Now, put yourself in our enemy's shoes. What is he going to do? Oh, he's going to block off the sunlight. Jack's like, oh, okay. Does that. Zeppeli's like, all right, I shall take care of this. Launches off his Hamon wine cutter. And then Jack, like, jumps away into the tunnel and he's like, all right, Jonathan, here, have this glass of wine. If you're not able to beat him without... If you spill a single drop of this wine, even if you beat him, I'm not going to help you anymore. And I'm just like, Zeppeli, you said
I
you were
will
going to take care of this.
I'll handle this.
He took
Proceeds
care of
to
it.
basically tell the enemy what to do and then do nothing really significant and then stand there.
He took care of it.
to
though.
leave.
He dealt with that.
He dealt
There was
with
a
it,
problem
yeah.
and he dealt with
He
it.
had
All I'm saying is,
Zeppeli
dealt
handled
with
it,
that.
definitely.
he had
By
a handle on
telling
that.
everyone else what to do, including the opponent.
Yeah, he did. All I'm saying is who won.
It was Zeppeli.
All I'm saying is he.
It was definitely Zeppeli.
There was the. He had to neutralize the horse jumping out advantage. That's crazy.
The advantage he brought instead? The telling people what to do advantage.
The going on script advantage.
I think Zeppeli's just a bit
tell-
senile.
The telling everybody what the script was.
The
again,
definitely
including the
lead
advantage.
poisoning advantage.
Well, yeah, it is the late 19th century. That's not uncommon. So where are we
He's
thinking
got one of
of
them
putting
Mad
this?
Hatter hats as well.
Where are we thinking of
I'd
putting
see.
this?
It's like fine. Maybe even D.
I would call
I put
a
it
C.
in. I put it in C. It's just kind of mid. Middle's
Yeah,
the
but it's at least more
it's very
memorable
fine.
than Letter of the Past. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's very
remember
much
Zeppelin
like-
in Jack the Ripper.
Oh yeah,
I remember he jumped out of a horse and then
Yeah,
died.
I also know where this arc begins and ends. Is the core thing.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
about
Also, the
Lesson from
ripple's
past.
pretty cool.
Yeah, the ripple.
Oh yeah, I
is cool,
forgot.
you know.
Isn't this
I
also
will
the
say-
Sorry.
Hmm.
Isn't this also the arc where Speedwagon withdraws coolly?
Yes, it is. It is the arc where Speedwagon withdraws coolly.
It's also where he hits a frog and then breaks the rock beneath them.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
I will say-
So it's got some real fun stuff going on.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
some fun,
I will say
funky
in the
stuff
in the
going on,
context of in the context of Phantom Blood, Hamon's introduction is a bit of a hard left. It does kind of come the fuck out of nowhere.
Nah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
You have the
I knew
you
it was
have the
coming.
Aztec sacrifice foreshadowing the vampires. I mean, you don't have that in the anime, but like, it feels like even more of a hard left than the Stone Mask, because at least the Stone Mask has been around since the beginning.
Yeah, it's literally just weird guy in a coat and a hat shows up and goes, "I can teach you strange powers," and then he does, and that's it really. But you know,
Yeah.
Had to be
again,
done.
again,
I think you're allowed to, like, honestly, the minute we introduced vampires, things are supernatural. You can do whatever the fuck you want now.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fair
yeah.
enough, honestly.
Oh, definitely.
Like,
that's
it's
fair.
no, look, we're not breaking new ground here. This is very, very reasonable. Our protagonist got their shit kicked in, and now they're trying to not get their shit kicked in. Thus, we bring in the Rippler.
Yeah, I have no problem
The
with
Name's
abilities that
Jack.
are introduced that don't immediately win the fight. Like Jonathan doesn't just get Hamon and then win. He has to, train in it. And he has to be proficient in it, and has to fight other people first. I'm fine with that. It would be a completely different thing if Zeppeli met Jonathan outside of the mansion. Dio crawled out from the wreckage, and Zeppeli was like, here is Hamon. Now destroy your enemy, because that would suck.
Here you
Luckily,
go.
there's
I've
no
given you the
JoJo
power. Now
arcs
kick
where
that
anything
guy's
like
ass.
that happens.
I assume this is foreshadowing for something later, but we'll get there. Next up, Part 1, Arc 6.
This is Pluck.
Ripple Overdrive. We are not at Pluck yet.
This is basically just the scene where Jonathan and Zeppeli meet Dio and find out that he's still alive, or Seaford.
What, in the
proves that he's still
tower?
alive. No, not in the tower. This is
No.
this is the part with,
When
this is the part with-
Dio's aura farming on top at the top
Yeah.
of the hill.
Yes,
this is the
Dio.
part with Hey
See
Baby
the
and
fit.
how many breads have you eaten in your life?
Yeah.
God, this
Two
another
fantastic
arc where
memes.
I'm like, this is just the liminal space of art. Like this.
It kind of is.
It really
We were
is just
really-
a transition
we were
into
really
a better
just-
arc.
Like, you didn't need to call this an arc. Just tag this onto
Yeah.
the beginning of the previous arc. But just.
And you want to know the worst
stitch
part?
that in a little bit.
There is an amazing moment in these few chapters that was cut from the anime. It's the moment where Speedwagon basically begs Zeppeli to teach him
Oh,
Hamon
yeah.
too, so that he can help Jonathan. That is amazing,
Yeah.
and it's not in the anime.
It's very sad that gets cut from the anime, because to me at least, it does add a little bit to Speedwagon's character.
He says, I want to help in any way that I can. Please teach me Hamon. And Zeppeli's like, okay, I'll try. No, never mind. And Speedwagon's like, oh, well, fuck. Well, I'm
you
still
did
gonna
not
help.
pass the vibe check. Fuck you.
You're not.
But yeah.
You just.
It does sort of that does sort of help to elevate Speedwagon up from just being
Low
the guy
tier
who stands
bum.
on the being the guy who stands on the sidelines and explains everyone's strategies out loud to the audience.
Yeah, it does kind of elevate him from just being
He's the Brock.
best girl.
So in terms of ranking it, I'd put it right above Letter of the Past because it does have two great memes in it.
And also,
Yeah.
I also
honestly,
know
I'd put
roughly
it-
where this one ends.
I'll put it.
I know where
at
this one
C.
begins and ends. I just again it was another one of these ones I didn't know that was.
I would nominate it to be at the bottom of C, just because
Yeah, sure.
it's better than letter to the past. Letter from the past. I fucking forgot the arcs.
Yeah,
name.
whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Letter past.
the 1-2 arc 1.
I would say this
One
is
dash
probably I would argue this is D, simply because it doesn't have an event really. Right, there's the meeting.
Well, I mean,
but no...
it does.
Well,
it
do
does have an
introduce
event
Dio's
because
flash freeze ability.
it's got the Poco, the thief, and they're chasing him, and that's what.
And it does
That's
it
how
does
they end up
introduce
encountering Dio.
a bit of Dio's power.
Okay.
I think
It's basically-
it's better in the
alright,
manga
alright,
because
yeah,
it doesn't
that's
just
what
speed. It doesn't just speed through it like the manga, like the anime does. Sorry,
Yeah, the anime does kind of speedrun some of this.
it just
We're
kind of
already in the anime. We're already in episode 5.
like because
Of
they
9.
because they split the first season of the anime between part 1 and part 2. It does lead to a lot of the nuances in part 1, like stuff like Speedwagon begging to be taught Hamon. Those like little moments, they get cut, and it's kind of a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do think overall, I think
Yeah.
a C tier for that, a C tier is pretty fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with Arthur that it is a liminal
Yeah,
space.
it is
arc.
a bit
Like,
of a
it's
non-entity.
going to something
hence
that
why
is
it's not really.
infinitely better, but it's better than 1-2 because stuff does actually happen in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By technicality alone, sure.
Fair enough.
I think the introduction
we
of
love
Poco
technicality.
is good, but that's like, I think that's the only thing this achieves, really. Like, it's a necessary part of the story, but calling it an arc is generous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's drawn out longer in the manga.
There's one
So I can
later
see.
that does. There's one later that does. If you ask me, the exact opposite of this problem. But we'll get there. So,
enough.
next up we have Part 1, Arc 7, Tarkus and the Dark Knight Bruford.
Yeah.
I love
Here
this.
we have the
So
first
no.
example of let's introduce a new character. We don't really do much with them. They're kind of they're a bad guy, but then they become honourable and then they die.
Yeah. Solid.
Hey,
Acceptable.
solid.
Good
It's
fight.
acceptable.
It's a good
Yeah,
fight.
this is the part in the manga where Hamon starts to kind of feel a bit too malleable for me, where it's just kind of like, oh, I can solve any problem with my trusty new technique that I have not built up to. Oh, I'm drowning
it just
in water.
kind of
Now,
happens.
it just kind of happens. Now, I do like Jonathan, instead of going to the surface, diving deeper and getting water from trapped under a rock, but then he just kind of Hamons his way out of the situation, instead of, like,
Yeah.
trying to fight. Also,
I like
in the manga, they spend an unreasonable amount of time talking about Bruford's hair. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
gets, like, its own backstory.
Yeah.
I did find
And-
it quite funny how in the English dub of the anime, no effort to make these two sound Scottish.
Not even
Yeah.
a little bit.
They are fully like
They're English people.
proper English gentlemen, as well as everyone
Then
else.
none of them have even heard of Scotland.
Yep.
And I appreciate the
a little
backstory,
known
but,
fact
like,
about the JoJo's
you know.
Bizarre Adventure universe: there is no land north of the border.
everybody
it
knows
doesn't
who Jack the
exist.
Ripper is, but
Scotland
these two OCs...
doesn't
eh.
exist in the JoJo's universe. It's a sad time.
Scotland never happened.
Yeah.
Anyway, to summarise, yeah, it's pretty good.
I liked it.
Also, for some reason,
put it
Zeppeli
in.
just refuses to fight Tarkus.
Yeah.
Well, he seems like
Tarkus literally just stands there the entire fight and doesn't even help Bluford.
Yeah. Until Bruford loses, and then he's like, "Oh, you're a weak little bitch."
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
stands there, doesn't
I'm
help
the
for a
evil,
single
irredeemable
moment,
one.
and then shows up, bitch made.
Like he's just like, "You're a bitch." Wow.
Also, the fact that he's, like, absolutely enormous. It's just I think it's
Yeah,
toned
what,
down a
what
bit
were
in
they
the anime.
feeding
But in the
him in the
manga,
16th century?
it's very inconsistent in the manga.
I do not
Yeah.
know how they had
There's big
anabolic
Jonathan.
steroids in the fucking 16th century, but apparently they had
Fuck
a
knows
lot. Apparently they had a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think honestly, this is the episode of part 1 I think I enjoyed the most. So I'd put it there.
Really?
That's
It's
fair
good.
enough.
It's just got a fun fight.
Honestly, I think it's
You
a
don't
really
really
good
have to-
fight.
You like.
Yeah.
I don't think JoJo's. And now, forgive me for this. I don't think JoJo's is an incredibly profound show. I think it's got its moments where it's very interesting and very impressive. But as far as it goes, I'm here to be entertained.
Yeah.
And this entertained me.
I'm here for cool and creative fight scenes, and hey,
I'm here for
they did
fun
pretty solid on it.
and fun and kind of short backstories, intriguing concepts posed against each other, and then a write-out that looks cool.
Yeah.
Because
So-
that's what this show does.
So where we ranking this? Do we think where we ranking?
I would say A.
Yeah,
I would agree with
Okay.
A.
I
We got
think
our first
this is
A
good.
tier.
it is one of those fights in part 1 that I think is actually good and not
Just kind of there.
blending into the background.
Yeah, not
Like
just
half
sort of
being
a sort of muddling, sort of like, this, okay, we got like, it's good in some ways and boring in others, or like, well, half of the arcs up to this point have been, it's pretty alright, but nothing particularly special, and the other half have been liminal spaces of storylines that exist solely so that the story can continue to the next bit with nothing interesting of its own to speak of. Or very little. Part 1, Arc 8, Pluck for Tomorrow and the Successor.
Oh, now we have to fight the evil one. Now,
No,
to be honest,
yeah.
I do like the
Evil
setup. I do like the setup and like the gimmick of this fight more. The whole like Jonathan and Tarkus being chained together by the neck things.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty
It is
cool.
kind of funny that the resolution is Jonathan just breaks it.
Jonathan,
I mean, that's how you would win. Okay.
Jonathan
that's how you win that
legit kind of goes like halfway Super Saiyan and just breaks the thing.
Yeah, I do like the sort of this is it happens a bit in part 1. This is the strongest example for me in part 1 of the idea of fate. Which permeates a lot of JoJo's, the idea of fate. It definitely becomes more of like a central part and theme of the story around sort of like part 4, part 5. But the backstory of like Zephali like being told his fate and accepting it and going in without fear and fighting Tarkus and then pretty much immediately dying. But giving Jonathan the power to overcome Tarkus in our good old JoBro sacrifice. And when done in service of the JoJo, it's helpful, it's good, and it works. There are some JoBros who just kind of die, and it sucks for them.
Characters just gotta die sometimes. It's pretty solid.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sucks to suck sometimes. So sometimes it truly comes down to sucks to suck.
Characters have to die. I think it's a necessary part of storytelling. I would put this. It's also good. Maybe like between 1-3 and 1-1.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I was going to say
It's
it.
got a good character death. It's got a fine
I
fight.
had to deafen.
Between I would say between 1-3 and 1-1.
Also, in the manga, Jonathan is described as a lion. He's the JoJo lion.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And
nice
putting it there in B or that.
nice little bit of attention
No,
to detail in the
yeah, I
anime.
think
They add
that's
in the
about right.
Joestar birthmark. Also, one last thing. In the manga, I'm not sure if this is in the anime. In the manga, when Zeppeli dies, they use a quote from William Thackeray, which is a little bit goofy to me.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Next up, we have Part 1, Arc 9, The Three from a Faraway Land.
So first of all, Speedwagon takes Zeppeli's hat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's just hilarious. Like, at least his old one he could use as a weapon, but he can't use this one.
This is swag.
Nah, this just is a
was
goated
just
fit.
like, nah, I gotta preserve the drip.
This is a goated fit, and I can't let it die
I
here.
gotta get the checkerboard hat right now.
There are going to be
Like, it
people
doesn't-
in 100 years who are listening to ska bands who are going to think this is absolutely fucking goated. They're gonna think I got that shit on, and I know I do.
Yeah.
I feel like the introduction of these three is a bit sudden and late for the story, especially since
It is
two
very
of them
funny
don't
how
do
they
anything.
literally just show up at the 11th hour and then do almost literally nothing for the rest of the story.
Two of them do
They
nothing,
mo-
and one of them dies.
They
JoJo's
literally
be
are
like,
just extra
I'm
bodies on
introducing
the
3
field.
side characters so you can forget them.
It's literally they are just some extra bodies on the field.
Hey, I mean, one of them
That's
becomes
it.
important next arc, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for part 1
I
on
mean-
its own, it's literally just 3 extra bodies on the field, full stop. There's nothing else about them. They just
to be fair,
show
though,
up.
slightly
Thunder-
helps establish Zeppeli's like fate thing, and that he was
Yeah.
part of an order. Like that's
Yeah.
fine. I would put this. See, it's fine.
It's
There's also
it's
the
a
one
C
with
tier.
Jonathan doing funky hand things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
And
I
also
liked
Dio-
watching. Dio did stuff. That was kind of fun.
Yeah, he made a mother eat her own baby. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I
That
did.
is
That's
And he
like
made
top of
weird
C. I
animal
think.
Fucked up
hybrids.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
And I mean, with the introduction of Daya, it does mean we are getting close to the fucking meme.
Oh yeah, the
Associated
classic.
with them. The classic.
But
It's
Where
solid.
would we
Put
say?
it like top of C.
top of C, just above Zeppelin
Yeah,
Strange.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just me, but like, Straight So is such like a non-entity in part 1.
Yeah.
Oh
he's
yeah,
just-
he
he-
literally all he
fully,
does
it
is
is a
just
matter of-
glaze Dyer.
Yeah, he
All
very
he
much
does is
like,
days
again.
Glaze Daya. Yeah.
And
he's
I think
very
in
much
the
like-
I think in the anime he kills the Paige Jones Plant and Bornham zombies with a chandelier.
Huh.
Very solid. Is this the arc where they do the split cross thunder attack or whatever it's called?
No,
Thunder
that's
cross-
well,
Thundercross
te-
split
technically,
attack. I mean,
that's basically at the border
kind
between
of.
this arc and the next one.
he does it against Jonathan, and then
Yeah, no, he
next
does.
arc-
He does the thunder split attack against Jonathan. He does the
Oh,
thunder
yeah.
cross split attack against Dio. They
Yeah,
are two
sorry,
different
Sure.
things.
If I'm not mistaken, this is literally what happens immediately after he does that. I think.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. The image here,
Yeah,
I
it's-
think, is just the result.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that is.
Yeah,
yeah, that's
the
the.
technique
Yeah, I was
that
gonna
no
say,
This
Fighter
arc
fighter
has
has
that
ever
in because it's right there. The aftermath is on screen right now.
The
Yeah.
technique that no fighter has ever bested. Thank you for telling me that straight. So let me
Thank you
prove
for
you
telling me
wrong.
that straight, so
The
allow me
funniest
to
part-
watch as
the
everybody
funniest part
on
of that
screen
is
Dio
that-
isn't a
sit.
fight guy. He's a.
He's
Well,
a
the
wing
funniest
guy.
part of that is that Jonathan knows that Dio can do that, and he tried to warn Dyer, and Dyer was like, no. I trained with Zeppeli for like 20 years. Move the fuck out of the way. Dead.
I'm
spits
the
a rose in his
goat,
eye.
trust, and then he dies.
Yeah, he does help. He spits a rose in Dio's eye.
Fair enough. It is kind of fun. I feel like it might have been a bit more effective if he had the rest of his body out.
Instead
Nah.
of just his head.
He didn't need it.
So no,
He got that hammer on.
He got that ham on for real.
Yeah,
And then we got Part 1, Arc 10, Fire and Ice, Jonathan and Dio. Now this one,
by the way,
is where I
have
the issue.
Is this just each episode? By the way, each episode
kind of.
It's an arc.
Because here's the thing: in the manga, Fire and Ice covers both this battle and the battle on the ship, which was odd to me. Is that split up on this tier list, or is that all of this?
No, that is one arc. That is considered to be one arc, and that's why I say this is where I have the additional problem, because it's like, bro, if you wanted like around 10 arcs, a nice round number of 10 arcs going into it, you could have just not called Letter from the Past its own arc, wrapped it into the Stone Mask, and just split this into 2 arcs. Because this is 2 completely separate things happening months apart.
Yeah, this is episodes 8 and 9 of the anime.
Yeah.
Which is
And
really
that
upsetting to me, because I would rank those differently.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Fully, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
This is Dio getting cut in half, and then also them just dying on a boat.
Yeah, they die on a boat.
The interesting thing to me is that Dio gets sliced in half in this arc. He's fine. He gets punched in the side of the head by Jotaro. He nearly fucking throws up.
Yeah, but have you thought about Jotaro's real strong?
Guy's just really, really strong.
Also, he's got different resistances to slashing and bludgeoning damage.
You know what? Fair.
Yeah. See, this is where I think I'm gonna bring in the point I was gonna make. So far, because I have only watched parts 1 and 2, but I get the feeling it's going to continue in this sort of feeling. JoJo's, to me, feels less like a standard shonen anime and more like an anime adaptation of somebody's fucking D&D campaign, and I love it for that.
Yeah, you are shockingly right with that.
Or like their various different interconnected D&D campaigns, plural. And I'll get more into this in part 2 because it becomes a lot more relevant to me to mention in part 2. But you brought up bludgeoning and slashing resistances, so I'm just sort of mentioning it now.
Now I think the fight between Jonathan and Dio at Windknight's Lot, the climactic final battle, or as it's presented at the very least, is perfectly fine. I think it's decent. Jonathan lighting his hand on fire is a cool and not all that ass-pully of a way to get over Dio's ice power. I think that's perfectly fine.
Ice melts. Fire is hot and would melt ice. This makes sense.
So that's fair enough. Now, the actual final battle of this part of Jonathan and Dio on the boat, I think is brilliant. I have endless respect for the decision to fucking kill the main character.
Yeah.
It's
good.
100%.
And it's a fantastic representation and kind of a bookend on the idea of Jonathan and Dio's fates being intertwined. I mean, if you translate the lyrics of the intro for the Part 1 anime, it's literally all about that their fates are entwined, and their lives, in theory, end here together on this boat.
At least
I
that's
say in
what the
theory
plan
because we
was,
all know what
presumably
actually happens.
Yeah, I assume that's what the plan actually was when these chapters were actually written.
Well, I don't know if this is true, but I do remember hearing once that the story originally was going to end with the destruction of the Joestar Mansion, basically at the youth with Dio. But then Araki just continued it.
There's a lot of different times where different manga are like, well, here's a lot of the time I find that very major, manga authors, usually, it seems relatively common to have a large number of, well, we could stop here. Oh, we've still got funding? Okay, we keep going. If I had to list the amount of times that Dragon Ball has supposedly nearly ended, we'd be here all week. But where would we rank Fire and Ice, Jonathan, and Dio?
I'd say
first Esther.
Or even Esther, yeah.
I would not disagree with you there.
It's just a really good ending. You know?
It's just
Just fucking good.
It's
Good one.
yeah.
Yeah. If we were to split it up, if it were to be split up into the two separate battles, I'd put the Wind Knight slot battle at A and the boat at S.
I put the first one at B and the second one at S, I think.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of a low A, high B for the first battle, and then S tier inarguably for the boat.
Yeah.
The goats on the boats. And I'm not going to be putting it actually on the tier list as its own entry, but what would we think of part 1 as a whole? As it a whole cohesive unit? Thoughts on part 1?
C, it's fine.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
worst part is when you try to rank it relative to the other parts, because it's obviously going to come up short, because first of all, it is short, and second of all, it's just not got the same sort of like high concept wacky shit that pretty much every other JoJo part
It doesn't
has.
have the pizzazz.
Nobody's got
that the other
schizophrenia
parts
this
have.
part.
Yeah,
even
that's true.
compared to part 2, part 1 is tame.
Yeah, nobody's got schizophrenia yet. People are like relatively normal.
They haven't
Nobody's
started
pulling out.
diagnosing that disorder yet, so no one has it.
Nobody's like. Nobody put out clacker walls. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
nobody shows up
No.
here with the wackiest and dumbest power set you've ever seen in your life. Brackets, they are about to kick the most
Like,
ass you've seen in months.
It's just pretty good. Like it's solid. And honestly, pretty much every part here, I could like pretty much every one of these arcs, I could reasonably shift down one and be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, that's fair.
Because it's fine. This one's fine.
Yeah.
It's not that great. But it's
Part
fine.
1 is certainly okay.
Yeah.
Not very good.
I enjoyed
not very
watching it,
bad.
especially in the dub.
It sure is there.
I think
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
peak watching
The
condition is watch
the
this one in the
period
dub,
piece.
watch the rest of it in the sub.
That's fair enough. The period piece dialogue does kind of make it for me, actually. That's
Yeah.
fair.
It does.
Yes.
Yeah.
Truth! His hand is burning!
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And so we begin with part 2, with of course, part 2, arc 1, Joseph Joestar of New York.
You know what? I'll give Joseph this. He's not racist.
He's not
Yeah,
racist,
he
and he
really
does
said
attack a
ACAP.
police officer. Pretty
He
solid.
said he said
kind
ACAP,
of based.
so
Kind of
Based.
based.
yeah, I'd
based
put it like
Joseph.
bottom of B. That's
that's
pretty good.
fair. Yeah, it's a solid introduction. It's fun.
Well, actually, put it
And
above
it
1-1.
It really does a fantastic
put it
job
below
of
one,
highlighting
actually.
how different Joseph is from Jonathan, whilst also
Yeah.
showing that he is a
Yeah.
virtuous person.
Yeah,
Honestly,
it does
I
that
put them
well,
side
but it
by
doesn't
side.
introduce Dio. So it's
Yeah.
like the introduction
Yeah.
of Dio is what makes 1-1 good. If 1-1 didn't introduce Dio, it'd be like D2. But because it does its
Yeah.
Yeah.
honestly, but yeah, like it's very clear. Like it's very obvious. Jonathan is like you're right. He is your typical paladin almost, effectively.
Oh yeah.
Joseph-
Yeah.
Joseph is ungovernable. Joseph is ungovernable. You cannot. He refuses to be put into a specific class. He's like, oh,
He put all
I'm
the
sorry.
points in
You
funny.
want me to have paladin abilities? Motherfucker, I'm going to run fast, and that's going to be one of my main things. Okay, you want me to... You think I'm a monk now? Sucks to suck, idiot. I'm getting even more weird magic, and this thing is definitely not a monk weapon.
Yeah.
Cacaballs makes sense if you're a monk.
Yeah.
Hey, fair enough. Either way, still just like...
In the monastery, straight.
become
clapping it right now.
ungovernable. I grow corn in my backyard. Type shit.
We all love So Your Next Line Is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's pretty
classic
good.
trick. I can by the midpoint of part 2, I can almost hear the proverbial GM just going, make a fucking persuasion check or insight. I don't care. And then Joseph's player just rolls the dice and it hits a nat 20 and the DM screams.
Yeah.
Hence why multiple characters in the back half of the part start doing it back at him.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you fucking like it, dickhead?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I'll get there.
Brilliant start. Good shit. Part 2, Arc 2. Straizo versus Joseph.
Joseph is so fucking insane, and I
Yeah,
love
this
him.
is the point
Oh,
where
It's
this
actually
is
a really
great.
good fight, I'd say. It's
I-
yeah,
It's
no,
the
it's
most.
a brilliant
This is. I
fight.
think this is the most
It's so
batshit fight in JoJo. Fucking Tommy gun, mirror, grenade tied to more
Grenades.
grenades, 2 shot glasses.
I'd say this is the top of A.
It's amazing.
It's so peak.
Actually, fuck it.
It's-
This is the bottom of S.
I
It's like
I
this
would
is
say
S
this
tier.
is S tier.
I would
It's
say,
so
yeah.
It's so
actually
funny.
Genuinely just like
psychotic.
part
It,
1,
like,
Arc 1.
is peak.
Arc 1 is where we establish that Joseph Joestar is kind of an asshole sometimes, but also a genuinely virtuous person. Arc 2 is where we establish that Joseph Joestar is clearly on smack. Joseph
Yeah.
Joestar is seeing the benefits of the current recipe of Coca-Cola. You know, that's
Like-
what he's dealing with right now.
And then of course he hits him with the secret Joestar technique, the classic.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like how he goes ape mode at the end after Straizo dies. In the manga, he says, "Straizo, go and say hello to Speedwagon in hell." So Joseph thinks that Speedwagon has gone to hell.
Joseph knows the
That's-
Speedwagon went to hell. He's an
That's-
oil baron.
That's also
Yeah.
what he says, if I'm not mistaken, that's also what he says in the English dub of the anime. So that carried over, I think.
He knew.
I mean, yeah.
Those who
it
know.
should carry
Like,
over. It's-
he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah,
On it.
Speedwagon did not go to heaven.
And
He was an oil
one
baron.
more thing I'd like to.
yeah.
One more thing I like about the anime: the sound design on the Space Ripper Stingy Eyes going into the shot glasses is fantastic.
Oh, it's great.
yeah.
Like the anime sound design is
Brilliant.
like 99% of the time amazing. There are a couple of weird moments, but other than that, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that moment in particular is just like, oh,
Ooh,
so good.
oh, I love sound design.
Yeah.
But yeah. Then we
There's
have...
there's a 15-minute video on YouTube of some of the best sound design in JoJo. I implore you to go and watch it or listen to
Oh
it.
yeah.
Next up, Part 2, Arc 3. The Pillarman Santana.
Here we have Stroheim.
I don't even think this one's that good as well.
Yeah, I
I
think
do like that he's sucking people in.
I was about to
It,
say,
like
the thing
establishes
I would-
things. It's kind of
It's a
kind
good
of
way to establish the power
Like
of the
it-
Pillarman.
Yeah.
pretty scary. Like not like actually scary, but conceptually
Like,
it's pretty
intimidating.
decent. It's intimidating.
Yeah.
So I like
just
it,
feel like it.
but it's like it's fine.
Yeah. I think Joseph is once again the highlight of this arc. Like,
Yeah,
once
I
again
was
in the
just
anime, they
gonna
add in the
say,
birthmark.
Joseph
Him
is-
fucking around with Santana is amazing, and I particularly give a massive commendation to the English dub for taking that scene of him fucking around with Santana, which would make absolutely no sense to anyone outside of Japan, and turning it into something that does make sense of him just being like, "Come on, make some love to the camera." It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's a way to adapt this scene that actually makes sense.
Yeah,
they did a
I was
good
just
job.
gonna say, it really is, like... It feels like... If it weren't for the back half of the arc, I would worry that Araki had accidentally hyperspeed Flanderized Joseph. Of like, the first arc, he's a bit weird, he's a bit wacky, but he's still a a person that lives in reality. Second arc, he's on something and clearly not all there connected to reality.
Yeah.
The third arc, Joseph Joestar is living in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Abridged while everyone else is living in the main storyline.
Yeah.
Like, he is fully disconnected from reality altogether, and now he's kind of Mr. Mitzel spit-licking his way through the story.
Yeah, it would seem like that right now. It will not
Yeah.
when you read the when you watch the rest of it. You'll be like, oh no, this was just the tone from here.
This was just him being
Cool,
a
this was
wacky,
just the
silly
tone.
guy,
Also,
This was
we've
just
got
the tone?
Speedwagon.
but it was
Yeah.
just the speed of it. Yeah. There's also that, yes.
And Tequila
Yeah,
Joseph.
I'd put
Never
this.
never
I'd put
forget
this
Tequila
in...
Joseph.
be just behind.
There's Alex. There's a fantastic moment in part 3, which when it happens, you will remember Tequila Joseph, and you will be like, Joseph, you are full of shit.
You motherfucker.
I won't spoil what it is because it's a great moment.
Well, I'll get there.
I'll
get
let
there
you get
when
to
I
it.
continue watching.
Yeah. But yeah,
Then-
the fight itself is kind of whatever, and Joseph does get like a massive Deus Ex from it happening to be midday, and like the sun being directly above the well.
He really
That makes sense,
yeah.
yeah.
But hey, sometimes that just happens. Especially if we continue the fucking TTRPG campaign metaphor, where it's just like, hey, GM, if I throw this guy into a well, can I have it so the sun goes into the well, reflects off the water, and kills him twice as hard? Well, okay, you're gonna have to roll a nat 20 for that to work, though. If not, you are throwing him into a dark well with you, and there's no sun in there.
I
Rolls.
bet.
It's a nat 20. I bet. Player rolls. It's a nat 20. The DM stands up and walks away.
I don't know what that dice I just landed on because it fell off my table.
My favorite D&D live play podcast, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Next up, we have Part 2, Arc 4, Ultimate Warriors from Ancient Times.
Awaken my masters.
Awaken
my
This is kind of
got
I like this one.
It's got a
That
real
is
funny
the best
meme.
moment of part 2.
Yeah.
And
Or
the
at
whole
the very
setup
least, the
for
most
like
meme
the
moment.
the whole thing with like, you know, he's now got to go fight those guys or he's gonna fucking die.
Yeah,
and this is where he uses the clacker volley.
I do also like that, at the very least in the
And he manages to
dub
bullshit
of the
his way out.
anime,
It's pretty
they
good.
call that shit like fucking fight marriage.
Yeah, well,
Or
an
some shit.
engagement with death is what it's known. as
Yeah,
in the
they
manga.
translated that kind of oddly, I think, in a way that made it way funnier than it should have been.
Fight marriage.
I mean,
It was
in
like
the
fight marriage or
in the
like
JoJonium,
murder
after
marriage or some shit.
after Whammo and AC/DC put the rings in, Joseph's like, well, damn, I guess I'm a polygamist now.
Yeah, he did say that in the yeah. It's like in the manga, it's Joseph being wacky silly about the serious thing that those guys said. In the anime, it's just like, yeah, that's how I'd react to being told, yeah, we're fight married now or some shit. I'd be like, well, shit, I guess I have 2 husbands that have to die now. Okay, grand. What is happening? Help me.
Yeah.
So where would we rank this one? Or do we have anything else we want to just say on it before we rank it?
I would give it an A rank. I like this one.
Yeah, it's good. It's like bottom of there.
Yeah, that's fair
The thing of Whammo's shadow being stepped in never comes up again, but that's something
Yep.
you just gotta get used to with JoJo.
Yeah.
It's just sort of an
Yeah.
establishment of he has sick, awesome fucking reaction times,
He has
I guess.
schizophrenia.
He has schizophrenia much like everyone else.
Yeah.
They established it this
Is
far.
it JoJo if the characters are schizophrenic?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
have-
if every character involved is completely mentally stable, is not a story.
Every JoJo
Nothing
character
happens.
is mandated by law to have one wacky, goofy, silly fact that they reveal upon their introduction and then is never relevant again.
Yep.
And that's why they're the goats.
Joseph Joestar can channel Hamon through Coca-Cola. This will never come up again.
They just mention it a few times.
Oh, fair enough.
It's more like the kind of thing where it's like fucking
guys,
Jono
remember-
from Part 5 can fold his ear in on itself. He never does that again.
It's just
Yeah,
like,
well, when's
fuck
it gonna come up?
He could have done that to impress the gang when he was introducing them by Bucciarati, instead of having to drink piss.
Nah, he wanted to do that.
He just wanted to drink piss.
He's a little freak.
He's a weird little freak like that.
He's 15.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he's a fucked
We're gonna
up
have
little
to take a
15-year-old.
break, guys.
Anyway. What was that, June?
We're gonna have to take a break. I'll be back in a couple minutes.
That's fair enough. Next up, we have Part 2, Arc 5, Ripple Teacher, Lisa.
He's cool.
It's good. She's cool. It's good arc.
Yeah.
I like that they're in the pit. I like that they give him a gimp mask.
They
It's like,
throw
why
him
did
in
they
the
do
hole.
that?
They just...
Why would they be doing that? Well, how can they walk? They're like climb oiled pit. What?
Get
It
in
is
the...
a little bit.
Also, it makes sense
Put
as
on
training. You're like, that's absurd,
the
and no one could do
mask.
that. But then it's like, now we got magic breathing things that let us
Yeah.
do it.
It is a little awkward hearing Joseph go on and on about, like, all the stuff he's gonna do to Lisa when you know the truth.
Context
Yeah.
makes...
Like,
Honestly,
it feels-
I think it's fun. I think it's a fun bit of dramatic
I mean-
irony.
I guess.
Yeah.
I want to word this very carefully. Joseph, as a character, the way he's presented, I can understand why he feels the way he does. It doesn't make it any less awkward to read.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
fair.
fair.
Like, I can
This-
understand why
this
he's
makes
like,
sense.
you put me through this shit for days, all the things I'm going to do to you, and then you're like, our protagonist, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, obviously, like, we are reading a manga / watching an anime.
I mean, to be fair,
Japanese,
if I was in his
like,
situation,
understanding
Well, I mean, it was
and
written in the
knew
late
what
80s,
he-
early 90s.
To be fair, if I was in his situation and I knew what he knew, I would also be like, I'm gonna kill you with hammers. I'm gonna beat you
Yeah.
to death with hammers.
Yeah, I'd be a hater.
The other thing that I noticed in I'm not sure if this is much emphasis is placed on this in the anime. In the manga, they talk about the red stone, which is awesome. Again, another fantastic piece of sound design. Literally everything to do with the red stone sounds fantastic. Lisa talks about, like, Joseph's like, okay, well, if the Pillarmen want the red stone, why don't we just destroy it? And Lisa's like, no, the prophecy claims that we must not destroy the stone. Now, as far as I can tell, the only reason, storytelling-wise, that they don't destroy the stone is so that they can, like, barter with Kaz and Wamu when they get to the Colosseum. But, like, that's not like a reason to not destroy the stone. That's more like a circumstance that they get put into where, like, having the stone still there is like a bartering point. If I was in their position, I would just fucking destroy the stone, because then they can't become ultimate life forms.
You could very easily fix the
Yeah.
issue by just going, the stone is highly resistant to being pierced or
Well, that's the thing.
bludgeoned.
Lisa
It's
literally says,
impossible
"Oh,
to
if you
destroy."
try to pull anything in this duel, the stone is in a box with a bomb, and it'll explode." She literally says they're going to destroy the stone if Kaz and Wamu don't cooperate. But, like, they could have just
You could just
fought.
lie and said already you've done it.
Yeah, they could have just fought, because, like, here's the thing, Joseph kind of bodies the Pillar Man.
Yeah.
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 It's just one of those points where it's like storytelling.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you notice in retrospect. It's not so much a problem in the moment, but, like,
Yeah.
when you think about it, it's like, they really should have just destroyed the stone.
They should have just hit it with a big hammer, yeah.
Yeah. But then the story wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Well, the story as
To
it
be-
ended.
To be
wouldn't have
fair,
happened.
most
Storytelling.
of the story would.
It would have just ended without the ultimate life form. And I think
Well, they
having the
probably
ultimate
wouldn't
life
have
form
been
is more
chasing after them, I
interesting.
don't think. Would they? No more
Yeah,
stone.
well,
they
yeah, I
didn't
guess
have.
if the stone was destroyed, they'd just be like, okay, well, we're just gonna fucking kill you then.
We're just
Yeah.
gonna fucking leave
Yeah,
and
it's
wait
still,
for
like, they
and wait for Joseph.
There
to
is no
fucking die.
timeline where the Pillarmen just, like, give up. They would always just try and find some way.
Yeah, there must be like, oh, there must be another one somewhere.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Or sleep for another 2,000 years until whatever process that resulted in the redstone being created happens again.
yeah, probably.
Because I mean, it's a natural. It must be a naturally
I mean,
occurring
yeah, actually, that's
block.
another good point. It could have just been like, yeah, no, we want to keep the stone intact so that the pillar men don't just go, okay, we'll just find another one and just get it easily because there's no one guarding the other ones that may or may not be out there because we don't even know if they're there. If we have one and we know we have one and they know we have one, they're not gonna go looking for other ones because the easiest option is just to get ours.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Then. It's just one of those things where it's like, in the context of the story, it's like you could just blow it up.
Yeah. But that's
the
like
way-
saying in
the-
a horror
the-
film. I think the argument there is that's like saying in a horror film, why does the person go into the haunted house?
Yeah,
Well,
that's fair
that's the
enough.
thing.
That's how the
It's-
story
it's-
happens.
It's
In the-
like,
in
This
more
story is
like
here
the
because they
reasoning.
did.
The
In the
reasoning
horror
is
film, it's
presented.
No,
because they
as,
don't
it,
know
it,
they're
it
properly
requires
staked, we must
better
not destroy it.
justification. Obviously, it's not the
Yes.
best written piece ever.
That's
But
my. That's
It
my
doesn't.
issue with the
In the end,
justification.
it doesn't. Like it needed to be the case, so it's just a matter
Yeah.
of writing a better justification.
And I certainly
Yeah.
prefer it with as it is. But it's just one of those things where it's like you could have justified that better.
That's fair.
I would put this just behind the Awakening of the Pillar Men. A tier 2.5.
Yeah.
Does this include the killing of Ishidashi?
No, that's the next
That
arc.
is the next.
No.
That whole fight is the next. So
Probably
80,
then
so-
put it like I don't know, above like 2-3.
Above 2, 3.
Yeah, it's light.
Anyone think it should be higher, lower? Any other thoughts? Or
I think that's right.
yeah,
I
solid
think-
then.
Yeah.
That's solid then. Next up is part 6. Part 2, arc 6. Got it backwards. Part 2, arc 6. Flame mode AC/DC. This is the
This fight
one
is
where
ba-
he fucking dies. Yes.
This fight is basically just no you.
Yeah.
I outsmarted
Yeah.
your outsmarting of my outsmartingness because I
It's a
outsmarted you.
it's a bit weak if I'm being honest, and it kind of
It
sucks
is
that
kind
like
of funny.
Joseph just kind of wins no problem.
Yeah, it is kind of funny to see the two of them basically I'm smarter than you-ing at each other until Joseph fully just goes, here's a magic trick and wins the fight immediately.
Wanna see a trick?
Wanna see a magic trick?
That's it.
And then he just fucking wins.
Like
It's
SCDC
funny,
is very
but it's like-
entertaining.
It's quite
But it's like,
underwhelming,
come
but
on.
God is it funny. God is it like funny to just see like these two just being like, I studied the art of war. Well, I studied the art of war even harder than you did.
Yeah, well, I
I-
met Sun Tzu, so fuck you.
Yeah, I fucking met Sun Tzu, dickhead. Oh, well, I've laid a net with this rope. Oh, well, I laid a net of my own that cut your net. Actually, I wanted you to cut my net so that I could get the knots just right, because now I have a
This
new better
is
net.
just a Xavier Renegade Angel there.
Yeah, it's fully just. It is bordering on Xavier Renegade Angel, and I love it for that. But it's really not a compelling action scene all that much, because it is just two guys standing around monologuing at each other while stood on some spikes and just being like.
Not to mention, I really don't
smart.
like AC/DC's
smarter
power.
than you.
Really?
Yeah.
It is funny to me that AC/DC controls heat, and later on Red Hot Chili Pepper controls electricity. That's just a nice, fun little
Yeah,
thing.
that's funny. That's
Yeah.
funny. I like that.
I like that he's just got fucking varicose veins that he whips at you.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool concept until you're me and you have weird. You
That's-
feel
yeah, that's
really
fair.
uncomfortable looking.
Yeah,
at
it's
that
not the
shit.
nicest thing to look at.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm glad that JoJo is kind of
I don't
moved
like his
out
power.
Of the body
I think
horror
it's like-
stuff mostly.
I think it's like that's neat on like a body horror level. However, I wish I didn't have to look at that.
Yeah, fair enough. I would say this fight is fun, and it does show definitely that Joseph has massively progressed in his training, as he goes from low tier bum to
Literally
guy.
slices off his arm, no problem.
To
Just a guy,
I-1
just a killer.
To guy who wins in one attack, basically.
yeah. But these are two planners. They love planning. Like, this is the battle of the planners, and he just happened to get outplanned.
Yeah.
Which is JoJo's. Every JoJo's fight, or I think 80% of JoJo's fights end with a guy just getting beaten to death. And that's fine. That's a solid way to kill somebody. As far as it goes, it's how a lot of people die.
Yeah, I prefer a fight where a character is able to adapt to the situation in the moment than one who's just like, oh yes, I just had everything planned out ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, all the good fights do that.
Yeah.
All the good fights go and adapt and change, like part
it's
4
like
with
the D&D
the
campaign thing.
sheer
I've
heart
been
attack
saying.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
like the D&D campaign I've been comparing it to. Like, you go into a big fight with a whole huge plan, and the best fights are the ones where the plan technically pays off, but a lot of the reason the plan paid off is in the moment improvisation, as opposed to, yeah, we just had the plan from the first round of combat, and we did not change it, and we won. You know, this is one of those unfortunate instances where the plan, the best laid plan, worked immediately with no need for anything else. However, it is also very funny, so I am giving it extra points for that. Of these two just fucking monologuing at each other, and then AC/DC immediately gets his shit.
Oh yeah, and then in the background there's just Caesar and what's his face?
And Messina.
Yeah,
Messina,
just-
that's it.
Caesar
Just Caesar and
like,
Messina
Nah,
just being like,
we're not going to go and help JoJo. We'll just wait for AC/DC to come after us next and protect Lisa. Well, I mean, to be fair, here the priority is protecting the Red Stone. They're just like, well,
yeah.
sucks to be JoJo, I guess.
If JoJo fucking dies, fucking still have to name the series a different thing, I guess.
Yeah.
No more JoJo's.
We'll have to name it
Bizarre
Messina's Dark
Messina's Bizarre Adventure. Honestly,
Messina's
kind of bad.
event.
That would kind of go hard.
Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, where we ranking?
I like it, but I understand that other people don't. I
it's
would
fine.
genuinely put it like A, but a lot of you guys don't like it, evidently.
Well, no, I liked it. I didn't like it as a fight. I liked it for just the humor factor of monologue, and then he dies.
I think it's an interesting fight. I just have certain things that I'm squeamish about that retract points from me. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
it's like a B. It's like a B.
I'd say B.
It's not. I'm not saying it's a bad fight.
I'd put it high B, but how high? Is it?
That's up to you guys.
I put it directly above the training arc. No, wait. I'd put it directly above the training arc because it's the payoff.
Yeah, fair enough.
2-6.
Yeah, it's definitely better than Santana.
Yeah. Next up, the remains lurk 2-7. The remains lurk. I will say, June, I'm not sure you want to look at this image particularly, so I will put it up for reference and then delete. If it's
That's fine. The manga's way more detailed.
Yeah, the manga is pretty
fair
graphic.
enough. I
The
couldn't
manga's more
see-
detailed, and I'm not.
It's very much, I couldn't see very clearly what the image actually looked like on the thumbnails, thumbnail on it, in the folder, so I didn't know if I was looking at just like, I didn't know quite the level I was looking at, and it was fine.
Oh, I forgot to mention for the previous one, when Joseph sees that Loggins is dead, he's like, his lungs were ripped out. Lungs are vital for Hamon users. Yes, they're not vital for anyone else.
Yep, only Hamon users need
that's,
those.
That's what he says in the
Only
dub.
Hamon
In the original, he's more like, yes, obviously he'd go for the lungs because that's what Hamon users use. But in the dub, he just says lungs are vital for Hamon users.
Yeah, just like, you know, in this.
I mean,
original,
it's not like-
For context, this is what
Point out where that's
Suzuki
wrong.
looks like in the manga.
yeah, rough.
Like, it looks worse.
Yeah,
Rough.
I feel bad, especially in the manga. In the anime, Suzuki gets introduced a little earlier. In the manga, she literally gets introduced, and then this happens to her.
Girl needs therapy.
She's with Lisa. She flirts with Joseph. Joseph spies on Lisa, which is hilarious. And then she gets possessed. And then for some reason, after Joseph and Caesar finish off AC/DC, Joseph is like, no, I respect AC/DC. He did what he had to do to survive, and he like. Joseph, don't fucking respect AC/DC. You were bitching him out the entire fight, and now as soon as he tries to take a hostage, you're like, no, I respect him.
I think it's very much.
Yeah, because he's a
part two.
hater.
Part 2 is Joseph Joestar becoming a worse person.
No, he becomes better. He was evil. Bro worked with the Nazis.
No, he was working with the Nazis at the back end and actively said, hey, we shouldn't be at war with these guys. Start, he's like, ACAB, Black Lives Matter. End, he's like, hey, the Nazis
okay,
were
maybe,
actually
yeah,
kind
wait,
of chill.
now,
They
wait,
made
he got
me this
money,
cool
fuck.
arm.
That's
They
what
made
happens,
me this
you get
cool
blocked.
arm and I like them now.
$1 given to the white boy.
So, yeah, we'll get to that bit. What do we think of the Remains Lurk specifically? Where do we think we put this?
I'd say low. It's just kind of a
Real
it
forgettable.
feels kind
It's
of
like
an
E.
I mean, it does have an effect on the story. AC/DC does manage to like steal the Redstone and like get it away from the group, but like
Yeah.
ultimately, like in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of like.
I'd call it another one of those transitory spaces, another one of those liminal spaces arcs.
No, this is
I'd call
worse
it
because they were trying to do something. I think this is E.
E.
They attempted to have a real arc, and it
Damn.
felt transitory.
That's. Hey,
They
that's fair,
failed
actually.
at doing something. Like, this was meant to be an event.
And it just, like, wasn't. E.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
Damn.
I think in the grand scheme of things, there's going to be stuff that's more like explicitly worse than this, but for the time being, this is about as bad as it's gotten.
I think end of every episode, we're gonna look back over the tier list and shuffle some things around as we see fit. But yeah, I suspect that since we're close to the end of the video, that's staying where it is. Unless we decide something
Speaking
else
of
is
close to the end, I'm
infinitely
just
worse.
now finishing part 2.
Fair enough. Anything else for the Remains Lurk?
Nah.
Or...
Nah.
Fair enough. Next up, Part 2, Arc 8. Stroheim's unit strikes back.
Oh, this is one of the
This-
episodes ever. I mean, that
I
seems
think
funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea of Stroheim getting blown to smithereens and then getting reassembled into a cyborg with a machine gun in his chest, an ultraviolet laser in his eye and shoulders in the span of like a month is,
Yeah.
in 1938, is
Man, they
the
can do that.
wankiest thing that Iraqis ever tried to pull.
No, they can totally do that.
They
This
could do
makes
that.
sense. This
They had
totally
the
German
oil
science
baron
is
money.
the greatest. No, that wasn't Speedwagon. That was all the Nazis.
Yeah. Who do you
Yeah,
think funded
let's-
that? He's in hell.
Yeah, there's a reason Joseph knew he was
Fair
going
enough.
to hell.
He's in hell.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So,
It's also in there's a scene that was cut from the anime of Joseph and Caesar going to basically the mail room to try and find the red stone, and it's like a multiple page long scene that just got cut from the anime because apparently you can use Hamon to do hypnosis.
what?
That's how Lisa finds out where the Redstone has gone to Switzerland. She does ham-on hypnosis on Suzy Q to find out that it's gone to Switzerland.
Cool.
Yeah, I see why Hammond kind of got
fine.
dropped.
They cut that.
I see why Hammond kind of got dropped now. It's so vague.
Yeah, like I say, it's a bit too
I
valuable.
can just make up
I straight
any
rippled
ability.
that.
I hit them with the ripple, and it sent a ripple through their
rippled it.
brain, and that means I hypnotized them. Trust me.
I do like Cars
makes
sparing a
sense.
dog from 2 drunk drivers. That's nice. Rare dog not dying in JoJo.
Cars is good. He loves animals.
He loves life except for humans.
Has the worst weapon ever.
Yeah.
But that's more the next
Truly,
bit.
it's just like he has the most inefficient weapon known to man.
His weapon is inefficient, but
his-
once again, it has great sound design.
His weapon is like
It's got aura.
quite lit.
real.
His weapon is literally like a fucking reverse grip blade.
Yeah.
Like, they
It's
try to pass it up as
absolutely
light
just-
mode, but
It's
he
not
hardly
even-
does any light things. He
It's
just
not
has
even
swords
a
in his
reverse
arms and
grip.
legs.
It's not even just reverse grip, it's reverse grip, and I've pinned the side of my hand that the blade is on to my arm. Like, even with reverse grip, it's like, at least that is, like, some of the way around from where Kars's blade is to an angle at which you can actually hit someone properly.
Well, but this is technically the next start, because there's Stroheim's unit strikes back, and then there's light mode Cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stroheim's unit strikes back is just them going to just them pursuing the redstone and finding out that Stroheim's still alive.
And speaking of where we putting it, where we putting it?
I mean, it's
Like,
okay.
It's like nothing happens. Put it in D.
It's in D.
Above or below?
Say better than
also-
Letter from the Past, though. Better
That's
than
fair.
Letter from the Past.
Yeah.
Which of course leads us on to Part 2, Arc 9, Light Mode Cars.
Hey, remember how Cars has blades in his legs? He uses them once and then never again.
You
Yep,
don't need to.
Yeah.
you just forgot.
You didn't need
forgot.
it.
You forgot.
You didn't
You
need
forgot. Araki didn't forget.
Cars
Cars
forgot.
forgot.
I mean, I figure in that short an amount of time, it would be difficult to forget.
That's a fantastic panel, by the way. Fantastic frame.
Oh yeah.
I mean, of course.
I like how evil Cars is. This comes up a bit more later, but I just love how evil he is. He literally bounces around like a pinball to stop a flower from being crushed, and it's just like, wahaha, I failed, but who cares?
Yeah. He's a funny guy.
I like how Joseph.
That's
and
what I'm
Caesar
saying.
are,
They just added
same-brained.
they added mental illness to
Truly, Part 2
the script.
is like, if you go going from Part 1 to Part 2, you've got Part 1, standard period piece like supernatural type story with an anime magic system thrown in. Part 2, every single individual in this story, hero and villain alike, is severely mentally ill.
Yeah.
just as unwell as it
All
gets.
of them. Every single the one who is the least mentally ill here is Speedwagon, and he has severe PTSD.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
tried to commit suicide in the manga instead of being tortured by the Nazis.
Like,
Yeah.
like everyone
Yeah.
here has something going on upstairs that probably shouldn't be. But
But yeah,
where we
this
thinking
this
from Light
little
Mode
scuffle
Cars?
is nice. I like how it's not really a fight; it's more just a little scuffle between
Yeah.
Joseph and Cars.
Because he's got no reason to fight him. He's like, nah, sorry, wham.
I'm here for
Wham.
the rock and nothing else. I
Yeah.
literally
I'm claiming
do not
you.
give a shit about fighting you. There is a reason I did not fight Marius a few months, like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, he's like, nah, I don't do that. Let's just focus on our goal here, guys, please.
Guys, focus on a goal, please.
Les! And they did.
Put the ring down, Wamu. I said, put the ring down.
Whoa,
No.
stop trying to fight Mary, people.
No, ACDC, not you too. Jesus, my guys,
ACDC, you're supposed to be the logical one.
And whatever you do, don't go
choice.
there alone. If you think you know where the stone is, tell us. Don't go there alone.
Nah, he was busy.
He was busy. He had other shit to do.
Yeah, it is kind of funny though that like Kaz is like just like single father.
Yeah.
Truly, you know the D&D comparison I made, the TTRPG comparison I made? Part 2 is what happens when two different DMs go, hey, what if we put our two different parties fighting each other? What if we had a crossover episode and it went well enough that they just went, fuck it, let's do more of this. Let's keep it going. Because the Pillarmen are, in and of themselves, a stupid-ass D&D party going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except they just get themselves killed.
The thing with the Pillarmen that always gets me is, like, even though AC/DC is supposed to be, like, a similar age to Kaz, Kaz is just gives off single dad energy to 3 kids.
Yeah. My favorite,
One
my
of
favorite
which
thing
he
is,
left behind in a hot car.
Yeah. Oh, he was just a guard dog.
Yeah.
That guy anyway.
There's this great
Santana's the one who was left behind in the hot car if it wasn't.
Yeah.
it's okay to leave a dog in a hot car.
It's okay to microwave babies, guys.
Oh god, not this again.
What we've realised is, we're moving on from that moment, what we've realised here is, obviously Joseph is, in this metaphor, being played by June because of the stupid level of luck. Kaz, given my pattern of character creation, is clearly being played by me. Because I cannot avoid making single dads.
I think you're AC/DC and I'm Whammo.
That's fine. I like that guy. He's cool. He's got a cool concept. He's got a cool power. He
And he got killed in one hit.
It's fine.
He got killed
Didn't
in one
need
hit
him
and
anymore,
took
got bored of him.
hostage.
Yeah. One of my
What
favourite
happened is Arthur just decided, I'm bored of playing this character now, and just decided to and then we decided to just kill him off.
One of my favourite fan creations is a short little comic of like, it's like AC/DC sleeping and then Kaz just like pounces on the bed and it's like, AC/DC, vampire masks, but for horses. And AC/DC just goes...
I didn't even hear
I
that.
thought it was
you're- I don't know.
I thought it was one.
No, in the comic it's Kaz talking to AC/DC.
Oh.
But obviously in the manga, AC/DC is dead by that point. It's more just like a little funny thing of like Kaz being like, what if we made vampire masks but for horses?
That'd be funny, right?
Vampire horses.
That's the single dad trying to desperately appeal to his children.
I'm still hit
Hey, look,
with
I
the
put
kids, right?
a mask on the horse, kids.
Please.
Anyway, yeah, this is like a. By the way, I genuinely think this is like a high C, I guess.
Your
It's
mother
fine.
took the car.
Yeah, it's like a nice little scuffle.
It's fun.
It's nice. It's a
I
C.
see.
I like how
Your
Caesar
mother-
and Joseph are same-brained.
Your mother took the
They do
property in
the same
divorce.
icicle trick at the same
Where are
time.
we thinking?
Very nice, Caesar-chan.
Top of C.
I wouldn't put it top.
No?
No?
Shuffle down?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah?
It's very funny that both 1-9 and 2-9 are right next to each other. Let's see. See.
Every
Later
single,
on, when we
every
come back
single
to this.
ninth arc of a part is going to be in C tier next to each other in
I wonder
order.
what the 9th arc of Stardust Crusaders is. It's probably...
Probably yellow.
I don't think... If it is Yellow Temperance, I think it might be a little bit better than C tier.
It is not.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
good.
I like
what
Yellow
is,
Temperance.
but it is not Yellow Temperance. It is not
Okay,
Yellow
fair enough.
Temperance, I can tell you that much.
Is it before or after?
Yellow Temperance comes before Part 3 Arc 9, but we'll get there in the next video.
Ooh. I think I know what it is then, and in that case it's probably higher.
So, next up we have Part 2 Arc 10, Caesar, a lonely youth.
Even the mafioso feared him.
Yeah.
This fight is better in the anime, but it is still a good. I like the duality that is drawn between Caesar and Wamu, like how they both have the same like philosophy behind their like technique of refracting light. It does kind of suck that Caesar has this like powerful moment against Wamu, and then just kind of, especially in the manga, just immediately dies, whereas Joseph gets to beat every single Pillar Man.
Yeah, well, it's called
to
JoJo's, not Caesar's.
The show would have to be renamed if anyone else want to fight.
God forbid anyone else involved in a fight by themselves wins.
That doesn't happen outside of like part 3 and 4.
And
Sorry, it
5,
doesn't happen until
and
part
6.
3.
Yeah, no, it doesn't happen.
basically,
until
I was
part
gonna
3.
say.
The moment stands are
There are
introduced,
definitely-
everyone goes, okay, now the side characters can get a win.
And he was not writing side characters. He was writing people for JoJo to interact with.
Like, it's bad enough in Golden Wind when Giorno's theme plays when other people win their fights. I hate it even more if Giorno was the one winning the fights.
Yeah, I kind of hate that guy. Part 5's good though.
And
Yeah.
we'll get there.
We'll get to it eventually.
But for now...
I mean, the thing with Caesar's death is he literally does fuck himself by just trying to do a jumping kick at Wamu. So he literally just
if he had just
walks.
stood still, he would have won the fight.
Which I forget who first brought that up, but someone made a video about that death and was just like, if he just hadn't moved, he would have killed him.
But now he had that same feeling that he had back in the slums. This is the thing. When it gets personal, that's when you lose.
Stay objective, I guess.
You know a JoJo character is going to die if you have seen their backstory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
that's
classic
kind of
storytelling.
Well, they start
universal
talking about the
anime
future.
rule. You show the character's backstory literally immediately 2 seconds before they fucking explode and die.
Like, I'm happy he gets a bit
that's
better
what
at
things
it
you want to
later
do.
on.
Nobody
Like, he
gives a
doesn't
shit
like
about it before that.
Like, he gets a bit better with it later on in the series, where he doesn't just immediately show which character, like, a character's backstory before their death, but, like, the ones he does show are the ones who end up dying, so it does kind of become like, oh, immediately this character's
Yeah,
gonna
like,
die.
it's fully like,
Yeah.
okay, this isn't even a death flag at this point, this is Araki has already shipped you off to the glue factory kind of a situation. It's
I think-
like, you are gone already.
Like,
It's
part
just
5
a-
is especially notable for it.
Yeah, but it's just a facet of storytelling. You build up a character
know.
before you kill them off because that's the point. You want them to
It
be
is
more
just-
meaningful.
Yeah,
You
it is
want-
just
There's
a
no point
like
killing
anime
somebody who
in
doesn't
particular-
matter, then you wouldn't really care about them die.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no,
just
no,
the
I
thing of
agree, I
anime in
agree.
particular loves to build up the character literally immediately, like 2 seconds before they die, and not a moment sooner.
Yeah.
JoJo's
It's
particularly, it's like, I need the people to care about this character that I'm killing off, so I'm going to do all of the front loading of every reason they should care, literally right now, mid-death scene.
Yeah, I mean, later on, he doesn't do it like just before they die, which is better. In my opinion. Although some of the backstory stuff is anime only.
It's like, wow, I know this character's going to die. It's just like, it's not actually happening right now, immediately before my eyes as the backstory is being given to me.
Yeah. But I do like how this is essentially a slightly more refined run of Zeppeli's death from part 1. Like, it's got a bit more of a story impact in that Caesar does procure the antidote from Wamu, and I do particularly like, this is more in the next arc, but I like Joseph's resolve to not take the antidote until he's beaten Wamu.
Yeah.
And I like Joseph's kind of internal monologue when he realizes Caesar is dead, and he's like, no, I have to stay strong. And then they see, for some reason, seeing his blood pooling out from underneath the rock is what
What do you mean for
what
some
breaks
reason?
them.
That's
I
harrowing.
think It's very
Yeah,
much the it's not even it's not a for some reason. It's a matter of I can say strong because I can pretend there isn't a body. I can pretend he's just like disappeared for the moment. I can dissociate from the situation. Oh, I now know exactly where his corpse is.
Yeah, I guess him
harrowing.
screaming
That
Steve's
makes
name
sense.
just
It
fucked.
really is. Yeah.
It's
It doesn't
fucked
quite
to
land
deal
for me.
with.
I mean, that's your opinion. But
I find
fair
that more
enough.
funny than saddening.
I think it landed well enough for me.
I think it is a funny moment when you know it's gonna happen. But it works as well powerfully. I'd put
It's
it
kind
in
of
like,
funny because my first exposure to Caesar's. I'm gonna admit this. This
go
is
for it.
actually
I don't-
fucking
go for
psychotic. So before I'd ever touched JoJo, I had. This was back when I was obsessed with Danganronpa.
Oh Christ!
It was a fucking clip that you know Danganronpa 3 in
The anime?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that fucking anime. You know how Chisa dies?
Oh my god, no.
Someone fucking put the fucking Caesar death scene, but they just had a little like phone screen in front of where all the rubble was for Caesar's corpse.
I'm
It's
yeah, no, I can
actually
see how that would
psychotic.
permanently ruin the scene for at least somebody. I don't know if
Somehow
it
it
has for
didn't
you,
ruin the
but I
scene
know
for
if
me,
I had been
but,
introduced to the scene like that, I would not be able to ever take it seriously ever again under any circumstance.
I like only just remembered this. Like I blocked it out for a reason, and then I've just remembered. I've not just remembered it. But I remembered it like a while back, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It be like that sometimes. Anyway, where we rank in Caesar Alone Youth?
Top of B, bottom of A.
I'd put it into A.
Yeah.
I'd say
put it in
low A tier.
Yeah, the anime definitely does improve the fight scene.
Yeah, massively.
Like that fight scene is clean in the anime. In the manga, it's not much of a fight. It's more just an exchange of like signature moves.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the JoJo's manga massively paled in comparison to the anime. It's just,
Oh yeah, I mean, I absolutely. But like there's still like fight bits in the manga.
Yep.
It's just the anime
And
is
also,
obviously able to
the
streamline it.
manga, the anime doesn't include all of like the sick, the ability to see what Araki read in Vogue that week.
That's true. We do be skipping the Vogue summary arc.
For
consistently.
real.
Like just like the amount of like just random images that Araki puts in of characters just from random like things from Vogue, it's just kind of funny as hell.
Yeah, he reads that magazine.
Yeah, it's why
do be the
JoJo
case.
is as cunty as it is.
Yeah.
Next,
next up.
we have Part 2, Arc 11, The Wind, the Chariot, and Wamu.
Pretty good.
I'd say it's a
it's-
pretty good fight. Yeah.
It's a good fight. I like the setup. I don't really understand how a cannonball can like curve along a wall and then bounce off.
Yeah.
Fucking
Uh,
Coleman
Well,
Trust-
where,
Trust.
how
like physics on
do
that is
people
more funny.
do magic
Trust.
ham on?
Well, no, Wamu did it. He doesn't have come on.
No, I'm just saying that how you
It's
you
a
gotta
matter
you just
of,
gotta
like-
let it slide.
Well, you do gotta let it slide, but it's a matter of one is
Also-
an explicit magic system, the other is supposed to abide by the laws of physics.
Also, Joseph
This
just
guy
has a
can turn
firebomb.
to stone. Yeah, but he's the kind of guy who would just carry that
I mean,
He just had a
I can't
gun.
agree with you.
He had a gun, episode 2. He did just
pull out
have a
Tommy
gun.
and like 50
Pulled
grenades.
out the Tommy gun immediately.
Like,
and
this is not an
grenades.
unestablished thing that this guy carries weapons because he's so.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah,
Joseph
and I like.
Joestar
I definitely.
stays strapped.
I definitely think that Whamu's like sort of like honorable villain stuff is more like it feels a lot better established than Bruford's honorable villain stuff.
Yeah, they just did. Well, like part 2 is like part 1 if it was good.
Yeah, it kind of is.
That's fair enough.
In like a kind way.
In like the kindest and nicest way possible. Part 2 is what would happen if part 1 wasn't dog shit stinky doo doo.
I mean, it's not dog shit stinky doo doo. It's fine, but it's not good.
It's just like then you read part 2 and like, oh, this is just better.
You're like, oh, they made the show
Oh,
good.
they've just straight upgraded it. All right.
They turned it from like very watchable to like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. But yes, anything else we would say? Because this just encompasses the entire fight with Whamu beginning to end. So.
I mean, Whamu's a good character, and
Yeah.
he definitely like.
Yeah.
Whamu fights fair, and then when the vampires decide they're gonna go after Joseph afterwards.
He slingshots his own head at them.
Yeah, legit.
That's fun.
Which.
He's just like, nah, you can't kill him.
Wise is he?
He
slingshots his own head at
He
his
won fair and
enemies.
square.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good shit. Yeah.
Probably like an S. It's a really good
Yeah,
fight.
I'd
Yeah,
say it's
I'd put
definitely.
I'd put it just below Joseph and Strezzo because like that fight is more like entertaining. This fight
Yeah.
is just kind of
Joseph
like
versus Strezzo.
solid.
Strezzo is just
Joseph
like
versus
fully
Strezzo.
crazy.
it's just batshit.
It's just
It's-
actually.
This is like
It's
what
mad.
JoJo fights will become. 211 is what JoJo fights will be.
Yeah,
Going
it's
forward.
a good blueprint. Yeah.
And 2-2 is that
2-2
2-11
What
is
is
JoJo
that
fights
picture of-
could be.
Yeah.
2-11 is the picture of
JoJo
Satan,
at
and
full
2-2
power.
is the picture of Jesus. If you guys remember that meme, the
Alright.
my child will 2-11. 2-2.
Yeah.
For real. For real. Next up, part 2, arc 12. The bond that binds Lisa and JoJo.
Pretty cool reveal. Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
Like
an alright
it's
fight. Yeah, leg guitars. This guy's a little bit goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I
that. I do.
in the manga, he's a bit more-
of the resident schizophrenia.
I think that's the
Yeah.
top of B. Good reveal. It's fine. Like obviously,
But I don't
Yeah,
like
in the
it.
anime,
But I
does
don't
he
like
talk
the
about
setup.
rubbing the legs? Because like in the manga, he's like kind of a freak about it.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I know in the
I
dub,
yeah.
he
do
did
like how
fucking
evil
guitar.
Taz is. Like he's
He did
like,
fucking
I
guitar
don't give a
moves,
shit
just
about
for
fighting
no
honorably.
reason.
I just want the red stone. I'll use a body double. Fuck you. I'll stab you through the chest and tie your legs together. I don't know why Smokey is here.
I also
Yeah.
just-
Why
Josh
did they
is-
drag
was
the
just kind
child?
of-
poor guy having to sit around with the Nazi party.
He was just
Literally
kind
has
of
not
a guy,
appeared
and I
since
don't know
episode
why they
2.
brought him.
And he just
It's
randomly
like
shows up here
with
again at the end.
Poco in the end of part 1. It's like, why is he still here?
Like you know,
Just
he's,
chill.
he wants to rescue his sister.
Like that's the thing. That's the
I
thing.
know.
But, like, Smokey just
with
shows
Poco,
up for no reason,
was,
he's just back.
He was there because he was in a borderline abandoned village, stuck with monsters.
Caesar died,
outside,
and we needed to
and he had
fill
to
panel
find somewhere.
space.
to
We
You know.
needed
Like Speedwagon states that while he's been in Italy just screwing around, Smokey's been taking care of Arena back in New York, but now Smokey's here, so who's taking care of Arena?
Rena was just like, I don't care.
Wait, if you're here, who's flying the plane?
And it's
Joseph's flying the plane. Oh no!
oh God!
An arena flies into the
And the arena flies away into the sun to escape this.
That's a better ending.
9/11 without arena.
Oh,
I'll take your word for that one.
We'll quote you on that. Edison Lee, quote him on that.
Yeah.
Alright, next arc. This guy's alright.
Yeah. Next up. 9/11. Very nice.
9/11.
9/11.
Oh, we're just putting it in B. I see.
Yeah, we put it.
It's top of B, I think it's just solid.
Yeah, top of B.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Pretty cool.
Next up, Part 2, Arc 13, JoJo: The Final Ripple.
Now this is where Lisa Lisa's backstory actually gets explained, at least in the manga.
Yeah.
And you know, it's pretty cool. She's a cool character. It's a good way to like it's like
So we got
basically explain
the final ripple.
Yeah.
They finished it.
It's a decent fight between.
There's never going to be a
Joseph and,
single
Kaz.
Hamon attack ever again.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I mean, it ends. It ends with Kaz winning.
Yeah, it's the final
Which is
ripple.
always fun.
There's not going to be any more Hamon used at any point in the series, of course.
I think this is. You know, the fact that 212 and 213 are separate does make me go, what?
Well,
Yeah,
213
realize-
is Ultimate Cars. It's really 212 and 211 that should kind of be one thing.
So, well, yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Because
What the hell
211
is going? So is 213 also Ultimate Cars? We've got the Ultimate Life.
No. The 214
So yeah,
is Ultimate Cars.
Yeah, that's what
Wait,
I'm
hang on a
like. What?
Okay, wait, hang on a
212
second.
and 213.
212, yes, 212 and 213. Sorry, I got my numbers mixed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
212 and
Should
213 should
not
be the same
be-
one.
Should not be
Yeah.
different things, and that makes me go. Can we retroactively move 212 down to just below 213? Nah, it's better than Satana. Nah.
Where do you want it, man?
This is
Put it
212
above
is-
Satana.
212 is Cars fighting Lisa and like almost killing her, and then Joseph being like, "You bastard," and then Smokey's like, "Oh, he doesn't know that that's his real mother." And then 213 is Joseph fighting
That's
Cars
why
and
I'd
the
put that.
backstory.
I put that at the top of B because I thought this included that. Whereas 212 actually
It
is
should.
fine.
It should,
Yeah.
considering the fact that 212 is called the bond that binds Lisa and JoJo, and the bond is only actually explained at all in JoJo: The Final Ripple, the next arc.
Yeah.
And it isn't even.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know,
the fact
man.
that Joseph doesn't even find it out until after the story is over is a bit,
Yeah.
weird.
Bit odd.
Well, he was,
Just do-
he was
like,
busy.
At this moment, he's like, "Oh,
I mean-
it's my sensei who is cool." Not
yeah, we
oh,
both
it's my
bonded
mother.
over the death of Caesar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally for today, we have Part 2, Arc 14, Cars the Ultimate Being.
Fantastic.
It's really good.
Yeah,
I'd probably put it.
I think it's
put it-
B.
I think it's
You've got-
better
it is-
than
it's
2-2.
pretty big.
It might not be better than 110.
Yeah,
Oh,
I put
actually,
it
no,
right below.
it is actually.
In terms of scale,
So good.
I think it's better.
In terms of scale, spectacle, and I would say also humor, it's definitely better.
Bad
Like,
guy gets
you've got-
beaten by being shot into space by a volcano is such a ridiculous sentence. It has to be at the very least the upper
Also,
half of it.
wild
This might be
Joseph
peak. Yeah,
is
this could
straight
be
I
up.
think it might. I think this is better than 110 actually.
Just
Like
put it in
because you've
peak
got
for now, I think.
you've
Also,
got
let's
Cars
not
turning
forget,
his hand-
Joseph literally rage baits Cars at the end.
Yeah, no,
Because
it's really
he's-
funny.
That's fantastic.
He's-
You've got Cars turning his hand into a squirrel. You've got Joseph pulling out.
Oh,
the secret
also
technique
the
again.
whole thing of like him turning his back on nature is the reason he loses. Like it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got him crashing another plane. You've got
My God.
his arm getting chopped off, which is very important in part 3. You've got an excellent response from Kars using Hamon against Joseph, which is really cool. You've got the Red Stone coming into the story one more time, which is nice, causing the volcanic eruption. And you've got Joseph rage baiting Kars. And then he accepts his death, he accepts his fate, but he fucking survives anyway, because
It's Joseph Joestar. He may never be able to properly to ever like have a safe plane journey, but like he can never die.
And him showing up at his own funeral is the ultimate meme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great. It's so good.
Is there a 215?
There is
no.
This is the
Okay, then this is definitely
the end.
This is P. Yeah.
So, just for the formality, we know what the answer is, but of course, our candidate for Dumb Stinky Doodoo Fart tier is literally only the Remains Lurk, and we have already declared. Yep, the Nothing arc, and we have already declared that the ultimate arc of parts 1 and 2 is Kars, the ultimate being.
It makes sense.
So there's not really any extra discussion that needs to be had about either of these, because one of them there's nothing left to talk about, and the other one, if we talked about it in absolute detail, we'd be here till the heat death of the universe.
And that's not to say 2-7 is the worst arc ever in JoJo. There's worse.
It's not even close. It's
not even close.
It's just the worst part in parts 2-7.
All of these. Bare minimum, we have all of these to go.
Of just the original universe. Even.
Yeah,
I was
just
thinking
of
further.
the original universe.
Just
of the original universe.
I was thinking
part 8.
We have more of this. And that's not even all of it, of course, because there is, the other one. The other universe. Which we will get to eventually. But, yes, and finally, of course, as we did with part 1, what are our thoughts on part 2 as a whole?
We gave part 1 a C overall, I think. So I'd say part 2 definitely. I'd say S. You say S?
Yeah.
I don't know about S. Definitely A for me.
I'd say
it's
A. I'd say A.
It's
considering the fact
it's
that
an A.
Yeah, I think it is definitely. I would definitely drag it down and not let it be an S, because we do have a D and an E tier arc in here.
Oh, none of them are going to reach S. Because all of them have got stinkers.
All of them have some kind of...
He's the worst part of that arc. And he does nothing in it. So that's the nice part. He could have not been in the arc and it wouldn't have changed much. He wouldn't have lost any character development.
Okay, if we're honest, I will of course be pipping it down, because it is weird how they had Joseph start off Black Lives Matter ACAB and end off with, hey, the Nazis are actually pretty chill, we shouldn't be at war with them.
Yeah, truly an insane statement.
Truly
wild. I think he kind of forgot what the Nazis were doing.
Yeah, he kind of missed the entire World War II thing that was... I don't even know had World War II even started yet.
No, this happened in 1938.
No, it's a year before the war.
But it's still man was in Europe. He was in Italy in the late 30s. He should have known there was some bad shit going on pretty blatantly.
Yeah. Yeah,
But, he just went, nah, they made me a cool robot arm, I don't care.
Yeah. Araki fucked up with that.
Yep, don't know why he did that.
I still think this is one of the best arcs of JoJo's. I
will say though, it is kind of funny.
For me. Yeah.
I will say it is kind of funny that Stroheim is confirmed killed in the Battle of
Stalingrad, I believe.
Stalingrad. It just makes me wonder, what the fuck did the Russians have?
What
Germany
did they have?
Turning people into cyborgs in under a week.
Nah, he did that himself.
I also love how in the anime...
That's what he's organic.
That's what he grew into. He has a full-on... He has 5 rocket launchers pop out of his back.
Yeah. That's insane. Yeah, he is one of the characters ever.
Hey, the
Imagine if they
fucking
didn't
not
make him
one
a
step
Nazi.
back operation apparently just worked really well against Stroheim.
I mean, if they didn't make him a Nazi, it would have been fine. He would have
Imagine
been
that.
like a. He would have
Imagine
been
if he
great
was like
character.
who knows, just some dude.
But yeah. Bit like, even if it was just like he was like a regular, like just like a foot soldier, it'd be like I'm not happy about it, but like sure, I guess.
Like they had Mark in back in like around sort of episode 5, where it was just like he's just fighting for his country and for the love of his homeland and for the love of the people he cares about, and then he gets sawed in half by Wamuu. Like that's at least
just
better.
a guy. He's like
But
just
no,
a
hold
Stroheim is
on.
full on like, no, we are doing this for the prosperity of the Fuhrer.
Yeah, I'd still feel like I don't like Mark either. I'm gonna take a hardline stance.
Mark ain't
Anyone
great,
who
but
worked
it's
for
like,
the Nazi Party were evil.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
I'm just
agree
saying
with
that there's
you,
a
but it's
difference
like,
between
at the very
caring
least,
about your
with Mark,
people
you could at
and
least
caring about world
you could at least
supremacy.
have. Also, you could at least have Mark believably potentially go through like an arc of being like full of realizing, oh shit, we're the baddies. We should like not be doing this, and like grow and change as a person. No fucking chance in hell for that for Stroheim, which
Nah,
is
he
where
died
he
at
is.
Stalingrad.
Yeah, he died in Stalingrad. He was a through and through Nazi.
Yeah,
And
he
anyone-
just
and,
kept
like,
doing it.
The people who are like, oh, he's still a good person. I'm looking at them like
No, he
this,
isn't.
like he's a Nazi.
Yeah, just like look at them like that. No, he didn't.
I'm giving him that. I'm giving them this image, which is
Yeah.
basically just a real life version of the fucking, you know what image.
I know the meme. I don't know.
I
where
found
it's
this
from, but I
the
know
other
meme.
day, and I'm like, it's literally just the Hajime no Ippo meme, but in
Oh,
real
yeah, that.
life. This is
I'm
hilarious.
gonna have to kill this guy.
Yeah, but it's genuinely like if you genuinely like Stroheim and think he's a good person, you need to like stop thinking.
Get your head
that.
checked.
You need to stop thinking that immediately. Like you need
Maybe
to
also should stop thinking.
grow and change
Like
as a
Cars.
person.
Cars style.
Do keep thinking, but think better thoughts. Because if you stop thinking, you're just gonna end up falling in line. But think better. Think
Well,
better thoughts that
that's fun.
don't lead you to being wildly and deeply wrong. But anyway, so that aside, fun time. So that's that for this tier list. We will be back sometime, potentially. I don't know when. For part
Sometime
3. Well, we will be back sometime, but I don't know when. Probably sometime early 2026. We're kind of rammed for the last couple months of the year. But we will be back for part 3 eventually. Anything anyone else wants to say before I get into the outro?
No.
No, alright.
Alright then. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of our main series, Reading Homestuck, every Monday or Tuesday, depending on the time zone. And we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on the time zone. At time of this uploading, I think the next thing I've got on the schedule is Lancer for a Thursday upload. Getting back to Lancer,
Hooray.
potentially.
Yay.
But yes, this also will technically be the first video where June is back from the holiday she will have been on, even though I think she technically will still be on the way back when this uploads. Time is strange
Something like
when you do
that.
things out of order. When you do things out of order, time gets weird.
Guys, my position is in a quantum superstate, or whatever it's called.
We are. It is true for all of us at this point, to some extent.
You will never know where I really am.
Do not even try to find any of us on any level, except for the social media platforms, which I'm going to mention soon, because you will never manage it.
Yeah, if you
But
think
yes,
you see me,
Lancer.
no, you didn't.
You didn't. But yes, Lancer next week. That should be fun. We're probably going to end up finishing Operation Ratcatcher in that episode, which, all right, you know, we can see what we can get up to in the downtime afterwards. Soon enough. But you can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. I post things on those places sometimes. It's not super common, but, you know. The fuck was that?
I don't know.
I just heard weird, anomalous noises coming down Mason's mic.
Who let a pigeon in?
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
There's just a bird on the mic.
Mason, is that something you'd like to tell us
Suspiciously
about?
pigeon-shaped lump in throat.
Mason,
I
are
don't know
you
what you're
actually
talking
a
about.
pigeon?
No.
That's
sounds
what a
suspicious.
I've seen a
pigeon
pigeon all
would
day.
Sounds like what a pigeon would tell us.
I genuinely don't know what you guys are talking about. I'll have to hear it back when the video comes out.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure.
Suspicious. Anyway, yes, Tumblr and Blue Sky. You can check me out there.
Well, damn.
I also.
I got hit by Joseph's pigeon trick.
I like how the delayed reaction of that.
Yeah, it took me a second because it was relatively quiet. So it was just like, I'm doing the outro, you say that, and my brain goes, what did you just say? What the... Ah! Anyway, yes. Yeah, I post things sometimes there. It's relatively rare, but, you know, I do. You can also send me asks, send me DMs, send me whatsoever you choose. YouTube does sometimes eat your comments, which is very frustrating for all involved. So if you want to send me something and YouTube says no, or you want to send me something and YouTube just can't do that, like if it's an image or something else, I don't know, you can send it to me on one of those places. You can also follow June on Tumblr, Blue Sky, and on Instagram. June.
Yeah, you can follow me in those places.
Hell.
Sometimes happens.
Hell yes. And you can follow Arthur on Twitch. Arthur.
Yes, so I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/PENNEDIIG. That's Penderig. Currently streaming Delta Ring. I'm probably finished it by the time this comes out. Maybe not, who knows. Yeah, I stream at either 6:30 or 8, depending on timings for the day and things like that. But yeah, it's good fun. Stream for a couple hours. Obviously that's Greenwich Meridian time because I'm British, so adapt accordingly if you're not. And yeah, if that's something that interests you, come on down. Great fun.
Hell yes. And Mason, do you have anything you wish to say at the end of this here JoJo's tier list? Oh my god.
There's a pigeon all along. Well, no, besides
Oh,
not
secret
beating the pigeon
revealed.
allegations, I'd only like to say thank you all so much for watching. We love making these. I've really enjoyed making this tier list. We've made a few in the past, but we love making. Well, we've had a bit of a rocky time with the stuff we've been recording recently, which
But
will
I think we've enjoyed
come out
recording this.
weeks to months ago, depending on
Weeks.
when it came out. But we still enjoy what we make, and we very much hope that you have enjoyed watching it. I'm looking forward to reading the rest of the parts in a bit more of a timely manner in accordance with the making of these tier lists, considering that you might have
He
picked up I was
finished reading
literally
part
skim
two midway
reading
through
part
this
2
video.
while we were making this video. But yeah, and I mean we've clearly got a lot to say about JoJo, and that will only become more of the case with later parts. Oh boy. But this has been a lot of fun, and we love to have a good yap. as they say. So yeah, please keep your eye on the horizon for more of this, and of course check out the other stuff we've made. We've got plenty more, a bit more variety coming for the last few months of this year, and then a new year awaits us.
Indeed.
So I hope we're all excited.
Hell yes. And with that, we will see you in the next video. Later.
See ya.
Bye.
Time to go shit on someone's car.